Hey guys, Paul here with Late Night Games. It is day 2 of VEDA. Let's get this party started. So today, our topic is going to be something I touched on a little bit yesterday, and that is why I said, thank God March was over. So before I get started on explaining what made March suck so much for me, let me just point out a little something. Yes, I personally feel that my month of March sucked, but March also sucked for a lot of people I know, and a lot of people I care about. And for some of them, it sucked in very different ways. I mean, I've had people who have had people hospitalized, friends that they've almost lost, family members not do so well. And that being said, yes, that sucks a lot more than what's happened to me in the past month and a half. But much like the things in our life that are awesome is very subjective, something you find awesome, someone else may find mundane and average, suckage comes in the same category. While my suckage may be nowhere near as severe as your suckage, they both suck. And without further ado, let me get started. So the month of March started with me having a horrendous flu. I mean, I was near bedridden, I couldn't breathe, I could barely swallow. And that was all fine and dandy. I mean, people get sick. It was the end of February, beginning of March. It's around the time that people get sick. And then I started to feel better. I started to be able to move around more, get back on my feet. And then I got in a car accident. And I smashed up the poor Malibu, as seen here. Now, it could have been a lot worse. I could have gotten in a far more severe accident. I could have wound up a lot more hurt. There were 3 other people in the car with me and people in the other car. And thankfully, nobody was seriously injured. Granted, it left me in a fair amount of pain, and I'm still a little tender from this whole ordeal. Then to top all that off, sitting in the cold car in the middle of a cold night, waiting for an officer to assess the situation with the accident and whatnot, I wound up sick again for another 4 days after the event. My God, I had my fair share of sick this month. So it's around halfway through the month. The sick is finally fading off. Everything is all well, and then that last little bit of sick managed to get itself snuck inside of an old broken tooth that's never bothered me. Until now, where in a matter of 2 days, it went from a slight tinge of pain to my face swelling up. I had an abscess, and oh God, did it suck to get removed, because even though I was on antibiotics for a week to get rid of the infection, when they were actually yanking on it, the tooth still had infection around the root that wasn't quite gone, and the painkillers couldn't get through, and as they pulled, just thinking about it's making my face hurt. And the rest of the month continued in that fashion. As soon as I would start feeling better from whatever hit me last, I got hit by something else. Knocked in the wall, have something dropped on me, fall down a flight of stairs. And to wrap the month off, the big kicker at the end, I was helping a couple of friends of mine move. Now, normally helping people move is no big deal, but at this point I already had a bad back and bad knees from the events of the month leading up to now. But since they didn't really have that many people to turn to, I still did what I could. On the Friday, it took about 6 hours, which was 6 hours of driving around, loading and unloading a vehicle. We got 1 table, 4 chairs, and microwave stand and other stuff done. We've also gotten a couch and a love seat done, but they kind of smelled like cat pee. The washer and dryer we were going to grab, it turns out that they were pretty much broken anyways, so we didn't bother moving them. On the drive out to go pick up the washer and dryer, however, we hit a nice patch of wet road where my mother's truck went sideways, which is when I learned it was possible to drift my mother's pickup truck. Not something I wanted to do, but something I learned I could do. I had the thing's check engine light come on, which worried the hell out of me, because I don't worry about my own cars, but this is my mother's truck, this is her baby, and I was borrowing it and responsible for it. But everything turned out okay. And then came Saturday. Now on Saturday, things were going alright. We started at about 10 a.m. and we were moving stuff, and we realized, first, I was pretty much useless at this point with the amount of pain I was in after Friday. I could barely move. So on Saturday, I was mostly moral support and a driver, especially for the first chunk of the day. Towards the end of the day, I started helping more with the moving of stuff as there was less people helping. And in an attempt to, save everyone time and get somebody home faster, I ran home and grabbed the Firebird because I could shuttle people with it a lot faster than shuttling them in, say, a moving truck or a pickup truck. And within 10 minutes of getting the Firebird out of my garage, I ran over a screw and blew a tire. I wound up having to call CAA to have them come and put the tire on because I didn't have any of my tools in the Firebird. All the tools were in the Malibu or over at my boss's house. That's another thing. I left most of my tools at my boss's house. And that was just the kind of weekend at the end of the kind of month that I was having. But there's a reason why I never got down through all of this and why anytime that this stuff happened, it sucked, but I laughed it off. Because with the Firebird's tire, I got the tire fixed. With being in pain, time healed that off. I got sick, I got better. I got hurt. I got better. The Malibu got in an accident. I've got a bumper in the garage that's half painted, ready to replace the old broken one. When stuff happens in life, yeah, it'll shit on you. It'll drop on you. Life will take chances to just smack you as hard as it can and let you see where it goes. As long as you don't give up, as long as you just move on to the next day, pick up that piece and continue on with your life, you'll find you can get through things that happen. Now, there are some more permanent things that can happen in life, and they may take a little longer to get to the point where you can say, I've dealt with it, I've moved on. But by the end of the day, that's really all we can do is continue going on living our lives, because with every bad thing that happens, there's a good thing around the corner. It may not be around the next corner, it may not even be around 5 corners, but it's out there somewhere. So yeah, I'll have a month here and there when life decides I just don't want to have good luck for a while, and that's just how it goes. But you don't let it get you down, and you'll be fine come the next April. Spring is a time of new beginnings and new rebirth, so let's hope that my luck gets born again. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of VEDA. Remember, if you have any questions for any of our Q&As we'll be doing, leave them down in the comment section below. Hit a like. If there's something you want to see, let me know, and I'll see what we can do to make it happen this month. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time. And if you managed to catch this by today, check us out on twitch.tv/LokiRamos. Link down in the description below. I'm going to be live streaming a special game tonight. Needless to say, I've discovered what was missing in my life when I learned of Goat Simulator. Take care, guys. See you next time.